fuck, what shows do I have this week?
So it's something like they're the best worst friends. Best worst friends. Best worst friends.
Good?
With Doug and Tim. Guys, welcome back to another episode of Best Worst Friends. Oh man, this is great. This is so nice being back in person. This is just so
nice.
much better.
Dude, Skype sucks. Or
It
Zoom.
does suck.
We're not 1,000 years old. But yeah, Zoom
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, I can't get the rhythm right. And then there's just something that takes away from podcast energy where you're like, oh, sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah.
You know, it just ruins any sort of momentum. There's no like train, rolling you can do. No going downhill, building up.
Absolutely. No, there's none of that.
Yeah.
It's very stilted. It's very... If you're not doing a PowerPoint presentation, the rhythm sucks.
Yeah. Also, do you know what I think helps our podcast too is the fact that we've been hanging out for a couple hours at this point.
We went to the gym. You got to see me in my most vulnerable trying to squat.
I think, that is probably the most vulnerable position I've seen you in is the bottom, your bottom of the squat is like, that's where we're the most unstable. But
Yeah. You just put a hand on the bar and then you start asking me really personal questions. That's how you get through
just
it.
keep you down there. Yeah.
Most physically vulnerable I've ever been is definitely that donkey kickback machine.
Yeah.
Where I'm in, like, doggy style, like,
Yeah.
it's a very unpleasant.
About to be pegged
Yes.
position. And then it was weird because that part of the gym is like in its own little room. It's like a little circuit. They have like a bunch of different machines that I guess would be like a decent workout if you did all those machines, if you just want to do that.
Sure.
But there was
From,
a
like, the
guy.
80s.
Yeah, there's a guy doing there's like 8 machines in that room.
Oh, that
and he
was
was
so
using
funny.
the only other machine that was like right next to us where we were like face to face. So I'm like kicking back in doggy, and then he's also in like a modified
Yeah,
doggy
slightly
style.
above you doing like the curl or whatever. And you guys were
Yeah.
you're literally a foot away from each other, just straining and faces going red.
Yeah, making like sex noises too, because that's what you do when
Yeah.
you're working out.
Plus I got to see you be vulnerable when you were like, Tim, you're lucky we're here doing legs. If we were doing upper body stuff, I'd be lifting way more than you.
Just make myself feel better about being like out of breath doing a box jump that's up like maybe 8 inches.
The fact that you go to the gym all the time and I go to the gym like never, and we're basically doing the same weight for a lot of these leg exercises.
Yeah.
And
Hurts
like,
me.
Dude, if we were doing arms right now, you're lucky we're not doing arms because I would. You'd have to go home. I would. I would be dominating.
Which even looks way worse for me.
Yeah.
The fact that I just, it's so tempting to do the bro splits where you just never touch your legs because legs suck. Like I was saying this at the gym, like the worst thing about leg day is that now the rest of your week is also leg day.
Yeah.
So if you go to the gym again, you're doing like chest, well, your legs also hurt. And getting around everywhere hurts.
Every time I have to walk up the 2 flights of stairs to get to my room, I'm just going to give a heavy sigh.
Oh, yeah.
Heaving stomps up the stairs.
It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, it's really bad. But I don't know. What I don't miss about working out and what I'm really not looking forward to is that now I know that it doesn't hurt the day you work out and it doesn't hurt the day after you work out. It hurts 2 days after you work out. So now I can like see the future and I know that Monday's going to suck ass.
Yeah, and there's like nothing you can do. People are like, take Epsom salts, drink a lot of water, but it's like that just means I'll be hydrated and pain.
Absolutely. I'll be I'm going to have very dark pee and very sore legs.
Yeah.
That's all that's going to happen.
But the most important muscle group to work, which is probably why it feels the worst.
I don't think any of them are like that important.
Yeah, well, they say that if you work out your legs, it releases more testosterone in your system. And
I just took a coding boot camp. None of my muscles are important. I don't have any important muscle groups, okay? I need to do finger stretches, and I need an ergonomic chair.
We need to get you to those. Have you ever seen those grip strength things where it's like it almost looks like a little rubber
man, and then his eyes and ears pop out?
No. What do you call them? It's like brass knuckles. It's like little rubber brass knuckles, but you like put your fingers in, then you're just like nah, 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 and like that's the workout.
Like a bunch of rubber bands, kind of.
Yeah, and it's like all connect, and then it's like stretching out, and like that works your forearm. It's all the we were talking about this. All the stupidest exercises are the most beneficial for you.
Notebook over there. Yeah, and also I learned cracking your knuckles doesn't do anything bad. Crack your knuckles all you want.
Yeah, it's just like releasing air.
Yeah, I used to think it gave you arthritis, and then I read a study of a Harvard professor, a study from a Harvard professor, who apparently, in order to prove that this didn't work, he cracked his knuckles every day for 10 years, and he did an X-ray at the beginning and an X-ray at the end, and he was like, "Yeah, see, no change, it's fine."
Wow, what a risk!
Yeah, the world was like, "All right, yeah, I guess you did it."
Imagine if you woke up on like the 10-year anniversary and cracked him one last time. It's just like, oh, like his hands just like folded in on themselves or just broken.
But that's also like an experiment I could do.
Yeah, you don't have to go to Harvard for that.
Yeah, you didn't need a Harvard degree to do that. 2 X-rays and crack your knuckles every day?
Yeah.
I'd do that.
How much of your time did that possibly take? In 10 years, that probably took him maybe an hour. And most of that was driving to wherever the X-ray was because he probably didn't have one at his house.
Yeah, he kept track of it in lines like he's in prison. Just like 1, 2. Didn't even
just
take
slowly
that
over
much
time,
work.
it hurt his hands more and more to do the marks too.
His career would be over, and then I don't know. I guess he'd have proved something.
Yeah, it sucks when your body starts to fail you a little bit. That's when I've really start to feel like the degradation of time and age. When I was like
Doug's
sitting
30th birthday is in 2 weeks, so he's really.
I feel
he's really
old.
looking down the barrel of.
I feel very old. But when I worked from home and I would sit in that chair with like the wooden arms on it, I'd be sitting and typing, and I was resting my elbows on the wood so much that just my pinkies started going numb, and I just couldn't feel my pinkies at all because I think I was just like pinching the nerve by having them on there. So I would have to like set up like pillows like I have here.
Very nice.
Just to make myself feel comfortable working from home. And I was like, I'm an old lady now. This is what I'm like, a lady at Walmart who has like the brace on her hand, like stocking shelves. I'm like, that's who I've become.
Is this back when you were 430?
No, this was like my size now.
Oh, this is like can bench press a Toyota Corolla Doug.
I wish, man. I'm glad people think I look strong because I'm not really that strong.
Yes, you are. Do we have to have this conversation again?
I mean,
all right, you are strong.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, you're mentally ill and you're incapable of giving yourself any credit for anything you ever do.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
so instead of thinking you are good, you just think that everyone who can't bench 280 pounds is weak.
Yeah. Well, I can't bench it. That's one of the worst things about weightlifting is if you don't stay on top of it, you lose the strength, and then trying to go back to that and not being able to do it hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
Like there's been times, I remember the most I ever did like reps wise of 225 was with you one time in Toronto. I did 9 reps. I was really mad that I think someone gave me a lot of attitude at the paint store that day. And I was like, come to the gym, Tim. I got a lot of anger I got to get out. And then I'll do it now and I'll get like 3 or 4 reps and feel like I'm fucking dying and be like, what happened? And I was trying to convince myself for so long, like when I was like down to 255, I was like, you know what? I'm going to bulk up, but like be lifting so like I'm getting stronger, and then I'll cut down the flub again, and then I'll be, you know, even better. And then what I did is I didn't work out hard enough, but I ate like a motherfucker. So instead of like, you just call it like chunking. I chunked up. I didn't bulk up. Yeah, it's fucking brutal. Because now I'm like weaker than I was, but also fatter than I was.
Can I tell you what happened?
What?
You fell in love.
Yeah.
That's legitimately it.
Yeah.
And you were like happy for the first time.
Fucking happiness,
dude,
man.
Nothing will get that bench press working like serious depression and sadness.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you're in love and you're just lying in bed with someone and she's like, should we eat ice cream? And you're like, yeah, we should. We're in love. We're going to eat ice cream.
I need her to like start saying stuff like, not like I love you for who you are. It's like, I love you only for how much you can bench press. That's what I need.
That was the only thing that got me back in the gym at all, was when Micah was pointed out that my traps are gone.
Oh, yeah.
And that's like, all right, I guess I got to go keep doing bench press wrong for a while. Get these traps back.
I need to be shamed into it. Be like, I won't blow you until you can do 10 reps at 225. And like, I'll be there every day. I'll be there every fucking day.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what you need. Use Brittany, if you're listening to
If
this.
you're listening to this, she might have given up on this podcast a long time ago.
Maybe lower Doug's self-esteem a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take me down a couple pegs.
Maybe burger flip him a couple times. You
Yeah.
know? Maybe jiggle his wiggle a little bit. Just be like, really?
Yeah.
Ask him to lift something that's too heavy for him to lift, and then be like, oh, I thought you could lift that.
Yeah.
Just really get in there.
That's what I need. I need her to burrow in there. Like she was doing it pretty well for a bit there by calling me little scoops, making fun of my small butt because I just went hard on like butt exercises for a bit. That's when I started doing those donkey kicks
Oh, yeah.
that we did today. But I need a
Fuck
bit
those.
more shame in my life. Happiness motivates no one. Does it work for like people who aren't depressed? Like happiness can breed motivation to do anything, or is it just has to come from a dark place, right?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, if you're happy, then you don't need to, like, convince yourself that accomplishing things will make you happy.
That's true.
That's the whole point, is you're like, no, if I get my bench to 280, I'll be happy, which is a lie.
Yeah.
But you convince yourself it's true because it's better than actually being happy.
That's true. Yeah. Also, there's something to me that putting in that work is a lot easier. Like being in physical pain is a lot easier than being in mental pain. To be like, all right, let's take a look behind the curtain, see why I'm actually sad.
Yeah.
You know, Like,
Absolutely.
maybe it's my body. Maybe
Yeah,
that's why.
And then there's just a guy back there, and you've taped a piece of paper to his face that says, you can't bench 280. That's the solution. Can't bench 280.
That's what I need.
Yeah. But did you get up at all this week, comedy-wise?
Yeah, I did Poachers on Monday. That was a lot of fun.
London, Ontario.
Yeah, but I got there and as always, the only spots available because I got there a little bit late because I got there like 7:50. I guess sign-up's at 7:30. I thought it was at 8.
Idiot.
I get there and the only spots available are like 1st and 11th out of like 12, and I was like,
First.
"Oh, no fucking
Yeah,
I
who
don't
cares?
mind."
It's an
But the
open
only
mic.
bad part is Noah was hosting and he went up there and at no point did he say his name. And I just forgot his name. So I said, go up there and be like, yeah, give it up for your host whose name I forgot. And it was just like a weird start to it. But it was a lot of fun. It's always nice seeing
have to say the
people
host's
from
name.
London that, yeah, I guess not. But I feel weird not being like, yeah, give it up for, especially as the first guy.
Yeah.
And I hate being like, give it up for him. Just makes it look
Keep
like
it going for your host, everybody.
who's going to yell out his name right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did that show, and then I did Eric Johnston's birthday show at Levity on Thursday.
Happy birthday to him.
Yeah, happy birthday, Eric. I'm going to do a show with him tonight, so
Perfect.
I guess the birthday show went pretty well for old Doug.
Dude, I went to the weirdest mic on Friday.
Yeah?
Yeah, because people were there, like, trying to fuck.
Where was this?
This is a place called Comedy Lab in Toronto. And people were there, like, not comedians, audience members, where they're trying to, like, fuck each other.
The audience members were?
Yeah.
Like during the show?
They were like, no, they were like on dates. At one point, I was in there and I left. I sort of backed out of the room because the room was full, and I stepped on a guy's shoe.
Uh-huh.
And I looked down. It's this massive white sneaker, and there's like a 6'6" black dude there. And I stepped on his white shoe and I scuffed it, and so I became terrified because I was like, I've read about this.
Yeah.
But I just like backed up, kind of pushed me a little bit. I was like, hey, totally fair. And then he went up to the host. He's like, hey, we need 2 seats. We're here with the girls. Because there were like 2 women who were in there, and they were like going to go fuck them.
Do you think guys will take girls to like amateur comedy to be like, well, I'm not as bad as that guy?
Like,
Is that why?
I have no idea.
They just want to bond over how bad it is?
It was kind of a fun room. It smelled like old laundry, but they were like, it was packed to the tits till I went up at 12:30 because I had bad bucket luck.
Yeah.
I was there like 15 minutes before the show, and I was probably 32nd pulled.
And people sit through that?
Yeah.
How long are sets?
Audience members, 5 minutes.
That's too much.
It's wild, dude. Kev was third. They did not understand Kev. They really didn't get Kev.
Which honestly makes it more fun for me,
Of course.
watching the show.
They wanted someone to be in there and be like, hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing today?
Yeah.
Not-
Anybody on a date?
yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all fucking? They wanted some of that.
We would like to fuck. Yes.
Yeah. No, that's why we're here. That's why we're here in like club dresses and like nice button-down shirts
Yeah.
and clean white sneakers trying to have sex.
Do you think that's just like their pre-drink? Is to let's go listen to like?
They were there till 12:30.
Wow. Yeah.
At what point is that a pre-drink? And
Yeah.
I left and they stayed.
They were there the whole time.
Yes. And then there were like audience members trying to like, there were a bunch of female comics I'd never seen before. Audience members were trying to fuck them.
No, man.
I was like, what is happening at this mildew-filled basement? we're all being poisoned and having a great time, and people are going to leave here and have sex.
Yeah, it's just like the black mold getting to people's brains. They're just like delirious, like must fuck, must procreate
Yeah.
before I die.
Like a bacteria in there that's taken over,
Yeah.
like an inside the brain ratatouille, and it's going to fuck them up. But I was shocked. But pretty good set. So
Yeah?
no
Nice.
complaints. Did
Do you think anybody's
all
ever?
old stuff?
Do you think anybody talked about your jokes while they were having sex?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did the sex persona thing, so I hope I got into some people's heads.
Oh, nice.
About I hope they like watched the person they were with transform into whatever their sex persona is, and then
What is your
Go
sex
bang.
persona?
I don't have one. That's the problem. That's the whole crux of the bit. Is it's like I didn't know I was supposed to have one.
Yeah.
Apparently, we were all supposed to be like you turn into, like a bouncer at a bar. You're like a dominant person, or you turn into a little baby, or you become like someone's teacher or their mom. Like just these
Yeah, I can't.
weird personas you adapt where it's like I'm a naughty baby or whatever the fuck it is, and I never did it, and I feel left out.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to do that. Also, because part of me's like, man, I worked hard to be able to have sex. You know,
I want
I want to have sex.
Doug Koenig to
I
fuck.
don't want fucking Dante, whatever I call my fucking sex.
Dante?
I don't know. It's the first thing that popped in my head.
Dante
It's
Fitzgerald.
my parents' new dog.
He's
I just
my alter
yeah.
ego.
Wearing a
Dante-
monocle.
Yeah, Dante Fitzgerald. He plays pickup basketball and has a degree in accounting he doesn't use.
Monocle keeps getting steamy. I have to like take it out and like rub it on my shirt.
Ooh, milady.
I can't. I remember one time I was canoodling with Brittany. Maybe she doesn't want me to talk, but she's not going to hear this. It's fine. But at one point she was just like, what should I call you? And it just like ruined the moment. So I was just like, I don't know. I don't know. And then we just like kept going, thankfully, because,
Just Doug is fine.
yeah, just my name is good.
Yeah.
I honestly don't like hearing my name all that much, but I guess it's better than nothing.
Oh, Doug.
Better than, oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, call me no.
Yeah, call me no. Oh, no. Call me Mr. Phillips. Okay.
Yeah, what was I supposed to say? I felt like giving a name from like of using like D&D or something.
Snow.
As I'm going down on her, she's like, "You know nothing, Jon Snow."
Like, I'm trying my best. I know something. Call me Neville Longbottom in bed. That's who I want to be.
I tried a new bit on Monday that's like kind of sex related because I told you I was hanging with my cousins last weekend and we got a bunch of sex toys and sex related things for free, which was sick. And some of them were like these flavored things for oral sex, and I was like, "Oh, this would be nice because it's like something you can eat
Edit
a
this
lot
out at
of."
1838.
Yeah, I'll probably want to edit this out. The cough or me saying this whole story?
The cough.
Okay. But yeah, these like flavored things, and I did this thing on stage, but I'm trying to diet, trying to lose weight, so any way I can spice up stuff that I get to eat with like making it taste better or like taste great would be nice. And then I realized like you don't even have to use that on vagina. You can just spray candy apple flavoring just right in your mouth. You know?
Fuck, I forgot about that.
Have you ever used anything like that?
No, but one time, for Christmas, I think this is like her current. I think this is my brother-in-law's mom. gave my sister edible body glitter for Christmas because she didn't know what it was.
Why would she give her that anyways?
She was like, it's like a fun, it's glitter you can eat.
Oh my god.
She didn't know what it was for. And so
I just think it's like for like fun arts and crafts.
One of my biggest regrets is that I didn't get to be there and see it at Christmas Day over at her boyfriend at the time's house, opening up this present and pulling out edible body glitter in front of his family, being like, thank you. And like all the girlfriends got it because they have like 3 sons and every girlfriend got edible body glitter.
Oh my god. I hate that. I don't understand edible, like anything when it comes to sex. Like that doesn't seem appealing to me. I remember at Walmart around Valentine's Day, they once had edible underwear. It was like licorice underwear that the girl would wear, and you could eat your way to her vagina. Like I don't understand why you would want to do
so
that.
Weird.
Like, do you want to just ruin licorice for yourself?
Fish flavored licorice.
Fish corish.
That sounds gross. Yeah, I don't get any of that shit.
Yeah.
Incorporating food in the bedroom is not something.
Yeah. Toys, fine. Yeah, makes sense. I'm not a fucking prude, right? You look at like carpenters went from, just hammering nails to having nail guns. They're getting the job done more efficiently. Why not? Why not introduce tools that make your job easier?
I just picture you on one of those like bicycle powered dildos that goes in and out and you're just like pedaling away. It's more efficient.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It seems like a fun time.
Did I tell you about my one my granite boss from time to time that I work with has like a fuck machine in the back of his truck. And
his truck?
Yeah, the back of his work truck. I literally have to move
like in the bed of a
in the back cab of
Okay.
like I'll have to move it to get like these other things we need sometimes, and I'm just like, don't touch anything in this fucking box. Like it's all so gross. He told me one time it broke down and like the motor in it because it's like
smoke starts coming out
because he took it to like a repair guy because it's like a lawnmower motor. Like he took the dildo part off, right? But he just brought that in, and the guy's like, what's this for? And he's like, stuff. And he's like,
it's for
what stuff?
It's for fixing.
Yeah, he's like, fun stuff. And then the other guy who is at the repair shop was like, stop asking questions, just fix it. He did, like, begrudgingly, and my boss said he went to pick it up, and he's like, so, like, can I ever, if I have issues with it, can I come back and like get it fixed again? He's like, no. It's like, no, I'm not going to be your sex fuck machine guy.
I'm not gonna hook you up.
Yeah.
That's so. I'd fix it. Who cares? Just fix it.
It's a paycheck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's better than him having actual sex.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I would much rather, if there's like a weird guy, I'd much rather he fuck someone with a machine than his own penis.
Yeah.
It's so much worse for everyone. Except, I guess, him.
That's true. Yeah. I've never understood the appeal of that. Like, there's bringing sex toys in as like assistants or like accessories, but
Sure.
when you're outsourcing the majority of the job, at that point, it's like, what am I even fucking here for? It's like the cashier at Walmart that stands around all the automated tills. That like you're just there to like troubleshoot if like it starts smoking or like the belt falls off or whatever. Like,
did you read that article I sent you about Freshie?
I read a little bit of it.
Dude, isn't this such a bummer?
Yeah.
That Freshie, they are outsourcing all of their cashier jobs to Central America, and now there's like a screen with a cashier on it. The cashier's making $3.25 an hour.
Is that $3.25?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's fucking gross. I loved in the article, I got to the part where that was like, yeah, we're just looking for, because it's hard to fill these minimum wage jobs. We're looking for people who are willing to, like, an eager workforce.
Yeah.
For this, and by eager workforce they mean people we can exploit horrifically because of the what do you call it? Not translation of money, but the currency exchange. Yeah, currency exchange.
Yeah, because the exchange rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's probably like minimum wage there, right?
Yeah, all the people in this country keep quitting because they demand like a livable wage. So fuck that. We're gonna get TV screens,
dude.
We're gonna outsource it to, I'm gonna say, the second world.
Yeah. Imagine just like you go to like a cashier and you're just looking at a guy and you're like, I fucking know this guy doesn't have pants on. I know this guy does not have pants on. Like if it's just like chest up, like no way he's wearing pants.
Just be like, all right, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna walk back there and get some food. Just scoot on back.
Also, like, what if I just like walk up to the till and then just keep walking? And he's like, hey, senor. I'm fucking gone, dude. That's so sad.
Yeah, that bummed me out.
That's so fucking sad.
I put my paper with my list of topics
Up on the shelf.
Thank you. Like an elf. I went with some friends to go see a movie, and I asked them to check. It's a weird movie. It's called Mad God.
Mad God.
Yeah, it's by the guy who did the special effects for Jurassic Park and Star Wars.
Ooh, like back in the day?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
And then it took him like 30 years to get financing on this movie. It's a weird fucking movie.
Good?
I loved it.
Okay.
And then I brought some friends, fucking Marcus, his girlfriend, and Joe Fish.
Okay.
Joe Fish. Sorry, his first name was Joe, his last name was Fish. And
Joe Fish.
Joe
Yeah.
Fish. And they hated it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they hated it. It's like a stop motion, borderline claymation movie with no dialogue or plot.
Did you tell them any of this beforehand?
It's like a horror movie.
Oh.
I did
That
not.
sounds like something I would have liked.
It's great. I did not tell them anything. I sent them the trailer, and I said, look up this movie. If it seems like something you'd be into, come with me.
Yeah.
And then everyone said yes, and then I got there, and I was like, yeah, it's #1 movie on Shudder, that horror streaming service. And they went, oh, it's a horror movie? I said, yeah, didn't you look at the trailer? They're like, oh, no, we decided to go in blind. We thought it would be fun. I was like, all right, well, the fact that it's a horror movie is not going to be the weirdest thing about this movie, so...
Yeah.
And I was sitting there, and I could just feel them being bored
Not enjoying
and
it.
not enjoying it. And I'm just like, fuck.
It's a weird feeling going to see a movie with someone who, you know, they're loving it, and you're not loving it at all. Like,
Yeah.
I went and saw Nightmare Alley with Corin like a couple months back. That movie with...
Oh, yeah, I heard that's good. That's Guillermo del Toro, Bradley Cooper, Kate Blanchett.
In theory, it would be good. And I think for people who don't have like a bugaboo about what the movie's about, it would be good.
Bugaboo about what the movie's about?
Yeah, because it's basically about like a con man who, you know, very much like, you know, like crossing over with John Edward, who's like exploiting people's grief and shit like that.
Right.
It's like a lot of like
Doing
conning
cold reading
people.
shit,
Like
yeah.
that shit just boils my fucking blood. Like I hate it so much. So I'm gonna spoil the end of the movie. But
Don't actually.
oh, you haven't seen it?
No, I really want to see it.
Okay. Well, the only part of the movie I liked was the end.
Okay. Well, don't tell me about it.
Yeah, I won't.
Sorry, everyone.
But yeah, I just really I couldn't get over what I didn't like. And then it's weird afterwards being like, what'd you think? And I was like, yeah, it was long. You know? What'd you like about it?
Certainly had actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I left, everyone was like, yeah, I had a really hard time not falling asleep.
That's always good.
I was like, sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys.
You can invite me to a shitty movie if you want.
Yeah.
But also, like, don't go in blind to something where someone's giving you express instructions to, like, please find out if this is for you.
Yeah, I told them,
You know?
I was like, it's playing in one theater for one night at one time in the city. That's it.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, it seems fun. It's like, ugh. And I don't, the last movie I took Marcus to was the movie Titane. And then he told his girlfriend about it, and she went in blind to see that. And that's about a movie, and that's a movie about a woman who fucks a car and then gets pregnant with a car baby. So I'm not making a great impression on Marcus's girlfriend.
Yeah. She's just like, this guy is fucking weird.
She
taste
thinks
in
I'm out of my
movies.
mind.
How's that movie?
That movie's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah. That movie kicks ass.
I gotta watch more like weird movies. It's been a while since I watched something strange.
You do, man.
Yeah.
I'll recommend it. Next time I come by, we'll make a night of it. Watch some weird shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I love weird shit. what's like the on theme with the podcast? What's like the best, worst like weird movie you've seen?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be like you wanted it to be like a segment.
Yeah, this would be fun, right?
What? Explain the segment to me.
Well, I was just thinking. Actually, Clifford Myers pitched it to me. He's like, talk about like the best worst something that you've had. Like, what's the best worst movie you've seen? What's the best worst album you've listened to? And also, you, the listener, if you want to chime in and give us some of your examples, maybe we could watch them, or maybe if we've seen them, we could talk about them too. You know, leave us voice notes on Anchor. That's all I'm trying to do. All I'm trying to get is some sort of
Doug wants
audience
engagement so
interaction and engagement, so it doesn't feel like we're just
It's bad
talking to each other into the abyss.
Bad enough I had to make 30 different Spotify accounts to boost the numbers for the podcast to make Doug feel good. Now I need to put on voices and leave voice memos.
You know how I know you didn't do that is because I bet you if I checked your Spotify, you still have not rated the podcast 5 stars.
I did rate the podcast.
Did
5
you?
stars. Yeah.
Oh, I'm proud of you, man.
But also, there's like podcasts I love that are really famous and have very famous people on them, and you go on Spotify, it's like 74 reviews.
Yeah.
People just don't review shit.
But I bet you having 74 reviews is way better than us with 2. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Anything to get some peepers on the PCast, or I guess some ears on the podcast.
So the best worst thing.
Yeah.
I loved. This was something I used to do with my dad. There was a show called Mystery Science Theater 3000. Did you ever watch that?
I never watched it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's great. Don't watch the reboot. The reboot, it's a
I've heard
what's
it.
that
Isn't it
called?
with Jonah Ray?
Facsimile? Yeah, it's a poor copy of
like
the
when
original.
when they redid Psycho, and it's like a shot-for-shot remake with Vince Vaughn, and it's like abysmal.
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
Yeah, that's weird. That's like Gus Van Sant. That was a weird thing.
It's a weird choice.
I heard a guy talk about it, and he made me like it because he's talking about like, yeah, it's for a new generation. It's like an art piece and all that kind of stuff. I was like, but no, it's bad.
Just kind of feels fucking lazy to me.
Yeah,
it's like you didn't make new storyboards.
Should we
like you just use the old ones?
Should we make shot-for-shot remakes of stuff?
Why not?
It seems like a good way to make money.
I guess if you can. It's like even worse than just reboots for the sake of a reboot. It's like, no, we'll just redo it. But like worse.
Yeah. With Vince Vaughn in a dramatic role as a psycho killer. But no, Mystery Science Theater 3000 was just 3 guys making fun of an old shitty movie.
Oh, okay,
like
that's fun.
back when shitty movies would just get made.
Yeah.
So you get stuff like Manos Hands of Fate or Santa Claus versus the Martians. And like these completely insane science fiction or dramas. But I think my favorite one I've ever seen was it was something the Swedish Nymphette. Is what it was called, because there used to be something called Vagrancy Films. They used to run out of the Rainbow Cinemas in London. And I think they did some stuff in Toronto too. But they would just take these shitty B movies, rent out an independent theater, and then put on these shitty B movies. And then they would have like
awesome.
they would have dumb games beforehand. It's kind of like what Serena's doing, but with shittier movies.
Oh, okay, yeah. Not with like Space Jam, where honestly, if you live in Hamilton, go check out one of those because it's fun as fuck. Me and Brittany went and saw Space Jam, and one of the rules was every time a shot got sunk, you had to yell out, "Oops!" And then, I don't know if you guys remember the opening of the original Space Jam, they sink about 40 shots. So we're just like, "Oops! Oops! Oops! Oops!" Because it's just like a montage of them sinking it.
That's so fun. Yeah, that was Vagrancy Films too, except it was a little more, punk rock, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
But they had fun games beforehand, like Kick the Burger, which is they'd get like a McDonald's cheeseburger and they'd put it on a little fishing rod, and someone from the audience would have to come up and try to kick the burger. And if they kicked it, they won a prize and shit like that.
It's just the burger.
It was just like yelling stuff at the screen to try to make the rest of the audience laugh.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. I remember this was the first laugh I ever got in public, probably.
Oh, shit.
Was at I think it was the Swedish Nymphette movie, which was just like this family drama that was actually just porn, but it was like a family drama.
You're like, come on, Dad. Just linked arms.
Yeah,
and just
just
skip to the theater.
Well, no, because it was just like very overt. There was like a garden boy who just kept fucking this lady and whatever.
Oh.
And I went with Robbie. And I remember there was a guy who looked like Colonel Sanders. I forget what he did. He might have fingered somebody, and I think I yelled out "finger licking good," and the whole audience laughed. And I was like, "This is the best
all I ever want." Yeah,
this is all I've ever wanted.
Oh man, I would love to do more shows where you're like either like watching a horror movie and like commenting on it, or doing anything
Andrew
that's
Barr
not
has one, a
traditional
comedy show.
stand up. Yeah, I've always wanted to try
Comedy
that.
bar.
Yeah, that'd be great. I did one time I did this show that was like a reading of Harry Potter fan fiction, and it was one of the most famous fan fictions of all time. It's like this My Immortal fan fiction where this like 12-year-old girl
Evanescence?
Yeah, the 12-year-old girl writes in a character who's basically the lead singer of Evanescence going to Hogwarts and like having like a thing with like Draco Malfoy and like all this stuff, but it's all written so poorly, and it was just like 3 Harry Potter nerds on stage just like talking shit about it the whole time.
That's
and I
very
had
funny.
the fucking most fun because I kept talking about how many wands I owned, and if like I didn't feel like I was getting enough respect, I'd be like, I own the Elder Wand. Just would just yell that out and stuff. It's fucking great.
Yeah, man.
I love.
You should just do that on Twitch.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You could just do that. You're spending
that.
enough time in here doing fucking nothing.
We should do that.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be fucking sick.
I'll do one.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Throw it up on YouTube.
Yeah, I love. There's like this thing in Hamilton called. I like how we both check the time at the same time, but and it's like the time it always is when we check.
36
Fucking
minutes.
Crazy, man. But there used to be this Fright Night Film Fest in Hamilton, and I went one year with Jordan Shearer, and we saw this movie called the Cat Sick Blues.
Okay.
And it's like this really weird movie where a guy's cat dies, and he loves his cat so much that he's got it in his head because he's like very mentally ill that if he kills 9 people and like puts their blood into this giant
like
vat,
9 lives.
yeah, he can like
Smart.
dip his cat in, and then the cat will come out alive or something like that. But there's this whole scene where it's like this giant slaughtering it's like a nightclub and then a hostel in the back. And he goes in and he's wearing like a giant dildo that's like he had made in the shape of a cat's dick. So it's like all weird and sharp and stuff. And he's just like
Are cats'
beating the
dicks
shit.
weird and sharp?
I guess. I don't know. I've never seen a cat dick.
Me neither.
But yeah, he goes in there with the cat mask and he's fucking just mauling people. And it's just the fucking craziest movie. But I had like the best time because it's just like, it's so nice to watch something strange with a bunch of people.
Yeah. It's
like,
great.
You guys all seeing this shit? And they are.
But
because
God,
we're here together.
just being able to yell stuff out and just being like, oh, come on. And just like yelling whatever you feel like.
Yeah.
And just the social pressure of if you yell 2 things and they get nothing, then you're going to shut the fuck up for a while.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
Yeah.
And did his plan work?
No.
Did he get to the end and dip his cat in and it came out dead?
I think it was just still dead. And then he got caught.
Oh,
Not to spoil it if you wanted to watch that. Can I talk about the ending of that, or is it like
yeah, of
Nightmare
course.
Alley? You
No.
don't wanna...
Go for it. I've already.
There's a really weird part in that movie where there's like a lady who's his cat is a celebrity on Instagram, and then
This is like a recent movie.
yeah, and this guy, like this troubled guy, comes over because he's like a fan of the cat, and then he's like petting the cat, and then the lady's like getting creeped out by the dude. So she doesn't want him to pet the cat anymore, and is like telling him you need to leave. And he's just like looking at her for a second, and he just grabs the cat by the tail and throws it out the fucking window of like her 6-story apartment building, so it kills her cat. Dude, it's a very, very weird.
That sounds
fucking
so
movie.
funny.
Yeah,
I
great music though. Like I legitimately still listen to some of the music from it because it's kick ass.
here's probably why I will never write a movie. Because if I wrote that movie, he would go through all that, and then he would dip his dead cat in the blood, and then it would come out alive, and then that would be the end of the movie. It would just be him cuddling his cat, and the cat like licking his face.
Like, oh, it worked.
Yeah,
Oh, so it was worth it.
it's a happy ending. Good for him. Yeah. But yeah, that's probably why I'm never going to be a successful screenwriter. You know,
Who knows? Maybe that's what some people would have wanted. That
just bad instincts.
You know, maybe that would have taken it from a B movie to an A movie. Do you call good movies A movies, or is they just movies?
No.
So it's just if they're bad, they get the letter before, like a grade.
B movies are not bad. They
Yeah.
just have a different goal.
That's true.
A movies are trying to like be something.
Yeah.
B movies are just trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that, man.
Like a B student.
Yeah.
You know?
They're just there for a good time.
Yeah, they're just there for a good time. They're not fucking idiots. They're not horrible, but they're not trying to go to Harvard.
Yeah.
They're just trying to have a good time.
Not trying to go to Harvard and crack their knuckles professionally. You know?
Yeah, just trying to make some friends.
Yeah. Dude, B movies are great. I don't know if I'd want to be an actor in good movies, but being an actor in dumb movies would be so much fun. Like in a movie where like zombies attack and they rip you apart and the special effects are bad and you're just like, ah! Like I would love to do something like that.
That would be great. You're just like, your legs are in a table and then you have fake legs that get chopped off or something.
Yeah. I did a table read for this movie my buddy Mike was helping a guy with, and it was going to be like us going out camping for 3 days, and then we run into this cannibal cult in the woods and they like slowly pick us off, and then my character was going to be like fighting someone and then have his head caved in with a rock, and it was going to show it all, and I was so stoked for it to happen, and then it just never heard anything
That
back
sucks.
from it. The table read was, I had fun at parts, but it was also, it made me realize that I don't really like spending any time with people who are too into the craft of acting.
I don't like spending time with anyone who's into the craft of anything.
Yeah, that's true. When they're like too deep into something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even people who are too into the craft of stand-up, where it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Like what?
Like you. No, like, if you try to get too deep into the structure of it and try to, like, math your way to a punchline or something like that, just say dumb things.
Yeah.
It's the whole point.
You just have fun.
Yeah. Why can't we have fun?
You know, I remember making fun or like kind of looking down on the lady who used to book the London Yucks because she once gave us like a pep talk before the amateur night saying like, you know, don't worry, just go out there and have fun. And I was like, I feel like we're in Little League right now or something like that. But in hindsight, yeah, no, she was right.
Yeah.
Why not just have fun?
Absolutely. Just have fun. Have fun. Oh yeah. Last thing I have in my notes.
Go for it, man.
I'm reading a book.
Congratulations.
Hold your applause. It's called Coming Through Slaughter, and I keep reading it as Slafter, which I don't like. But it's about like a jazz musician. I still don't know if it's fiction or nonfiction yet.
Okay.
But it's a jazz musician in the 1900s. In 1900. 1900s was like I was alive.
Yeah,
Was
anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, wow, they really don't specify stuff in this book, eh?
And part of it is one day he just like leaves his family. And I'm like, that is gone.
Yeah.
You can't just like leave.
Yeah.
He just left his family and like he literally just got on a boat, and then the guy who was searching for him just like watched him leave on this boat. He was like, well, I guess he's gone.
Isn't it fucking crazy that you could just start a new life for yourself like 30 minutes away?
Yeah.
There's a time when you could just go to the next town over and just start a completely new life.
Yeah, you just, go to the bank, take out $150, go buy yourself a house.
Yeah.
Because he was like a barber / jazz cornet player.
Yeah.
Every town needs one of those.
For sure.
Yeah, just go. You're in Louisiana. Just go somewhere else.
Oh,
Start a new
yeah.
life. Find a new wife.
You're going to be fine.
Something else.
That rhymes
Knife.
with it? Yeah.
Find a new knife.
So is the book good?
It's really fucking good. Yeah.
Yeah?
And only 180 pages. You kidding me?
That's nice.
Yeah, most of them are only half full. They're very short chapters.
Man, I love that.
We're talking like, you could probably condense that down to like 120 easy.
Oh, man. What's like your favorite short book? Or like your favorite book that you've just like blasted through real fast?
Well, I read a lot of plays.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
those, you just crush those.
Yeah.
Because that's like, that's about 80 pages, and most of it is people going, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. 100% sure? 1,000% sure. And just like this little short dialogue like that. So you just bang those out. But God, like short story. I haven't read that many.
I remember
The
reading
Old Man in the Sea?
Okay, I don't think I've. Is that the one with like water everywhere, but not a drop to drink? Is that one? Or am I thinking of something else? Oh, I'm thinking of the Rhymes of the Ancient Mariner or something like that.
No,
I
this,
don't fucking.
this is about an old man who goes out to sea, catches a really big fish. Then by the time he gets back, all the sharks have eaten the fish, and then he has no fish.
Oh man, it's unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
He like tied up to the boat and it's like still in the water.
Like, tie it onto the side of the boat.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about fishing.
I always felt that was really weird whenever I saw people who would be fishing. These were people I think who planned on taking the fish back, whereas we were like a catch and plop family. Like we'd look at the fish for a
Catch and
second
release.
and then we just put it right back in the
Catch and plop.
I don't know. It's a look and plop, I think we would call it.
Blip.
But yeah, I remember seeing this one family beside us one time, like this father and son who were fishing, but they had like this post in the ground, and then attached to it were just like a bunch of different strings with like fish that were just they're prisoners now.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
who think they're free, but like because fish have bad memories, they'd like swim and then just like feel the tug and be like, what the fuck, and then like be like ah, and then forget about it and then swim the other way.
Yeah,
And,
because they don't know they're on death row.
yeah.
I bet if you told them that if they just ripped through their cheek, they'd be free, I bet a bunch of them would do it.
Oh, for sure. Sure.
There's like, ow. When I swim over here, it hurts. They don't know what's going on.
I realized I was talking to someone who likes fishing, and I realized that
Gross.
Yeah, I hate every part of fishing that has to deal with the actual fish.
Yeah.
Like, I just like hanging out
yeah.
for long periods of time doing nothing. Usually bring like a couple pops, maybe some candy
That's
or
how I
something.
am.
Just sit there.
Yeah, I just like getting drunk in a boat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or a dock. Or just like some dirt.
I don't know if I've ever fished in a boat.
Oh, it's great.
I think I've just fished off docks. I remember fishing at this one place in Port Stanley, and there were like these little black fish that were like an invasive species. So they were mostly what you caught.
Yeah.
But there was like signs everywhere saying if you catch these little fish, you have to kill them. So like I was with my uncle and my cousins, and we would like catch them, and I just feel so bad. He's just like, no, just throw them in the rocks, because there's like a bunch of like rocks, like little like you know breaks in them where you could put it, and you would just throw them, and you just see them like just like slowly dying, and I'm like, I like throw my line back in the water, like looking over and just like see these fish. They're like, please. I hate putting the worm on the hook.
Yeah.
I just want to go hang out. I just want to go sit somewhere, but
That's
maybe I should just bring a fishing pole without a hook on it
yeah.
and just throw it in the water.
Yeah, just a little paperweight on the end of a stick and just toss that out there.
Yeah. The only part of the actual fishing I like is when the fish first grabs it, and only if you have the little floaty thing on top where you get to see it like bloop,
Yeah.
bloop, bloop, blow the water, and I like the excitement of reeling it in, and then I want nothing to do with it anymore, and I would pass it off to like my dad or whatever man I was with.
Take care of this for me.
Yeah.
But I think that's what I enjoy about most things is the hanging out.
Yeah.
You know, I'll go bowling. I'll play darts. Any bar game. That's fine.
Did I tell you
oh god,
I'm so sorry. But did I tell you I watched like a half an hour video on the history of bowling?
no.
And in this video I learned that so when bowling was created in like the 1600s or whatever, it started off as like a religious thing. And it was like
What?
there was 9 pins, but they were like your sins. And you had a ball and you're like knocking down your sins. Like apparently Martin Luther loved bowling. Like the guy who formed Lutheranism, like he fucking was crazy about it. And then when they took it to the Americas,
It's like, you still have lust.
yeah. Look at your gluttony there, you fat fuck. But when they took it to the Americas, like because they sent all the Protestants, like all the
you have
fucking
a wrath lust split.
weirdos.
You're fucked.
But because all the Protestants are like the weirdos who like would burn women for being smart, you know,
I
shit
think
like
we're
that.
Protestants.
Are we?
I think so. Because we're not Catholics.
Yeah, we're fucking weirdos though, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But when they
I'd
brought it
burn
to
a
the
lady.
Americas, because people would gamble on it, they made 9-pin bowling illegal, and then people's response to that was just to invent 10-pin bowling. And then the rule makers were like, "Yeah, well, whatever, fucking." And then
Wait, where was the other? Where's the other pin? Is there a triangle?
I think maybe it was originally a different layout. I don't know exactly.
Wait, it'll be 7 sins.
Yeah, that makes more sense. But Yeah, it was a really interesting video. I didn't know that they have to like they oil the fucking lanes, and they now have like robots that can, because there's all different types of oil layouts.
Really?
And some people will like, some professional bowlers would be like, well, I only like using the Imperial layout because it has more oil at the start, and then the oil, there's slowly less of it at the end, and that's why you get that. So people, the bowling ball itself too is like
Oh, it gets more
counterweighted
grip at
weird.
the end.
Yeah, so that's why when they throw it and it's spinning, that's why it's able to go straight, is because it's so oiled up, and that's why you're not allowed to walk on the lanes.
Right,
too,
and then
right?
it gets grip at the end, and it hooks
And then
right
fucking
into
bang right in there, because there's that like sweet spot where you want it to go. It's fascinating, fucking video. Because you just think a bowling ball is a ball, you know. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any science in there with like counterweights and like different shit, but they would show one cut open, and it's like this weird like metal thing on the one side, and then you get like different custom ones.
fuck?
And, yeah.
You know what the lamest part about bowling is?
What?
The glove.
Nah, yeah.
The glove sucks.
Yeah.
As soon as you see someone put on the glove, you're like, you fucking loser. It's
I
like
I
having
used,
your own cue.
I used to be on, I used to be on a bowling team.
Hell
when I
yeah,
was
you
a kid,
did.
and I was such a bad sport, dude, that I would, if I didn't get a strike, I would get down on my hands and knees and just start pounding the ground, like screaming in front of any amount of people. I didn't give a fuck. I was such a bad sport. My mom started taking me on a different day than all the other kids and just entered my scores, and I still convinced her to let me play 2 years. And I remember one time I was like,
He's
going
gonna
to
bowl himself out of this housing complex. He's our ticket.
I once got a turkey, which is pretty sick.
That's
like
pretty
3
sick.
strikes in a
Yeah.
row. Yeah. It was in like a grandmother-grandson tournament. It's like me and my grandma went and bowled.
Oh.
It was real cute. But
Did you guys win?
No, I don't
Was
think
she
so.
mad?
No, she wasn't mad.
Okay.
But I mean, I bowled a turkey, so that was pretty
good.
impressive. I remember one time throwing the ball completely down the middle, and this was when I was going alone, and I think my cousin Nicole had tagged along just like for something to do.
Yeah.
And she's like 5 or 6 years older than me, so I'm just like this like frustrated 8-year-old, and she's like a teenager. I remember throwing it perfectly down the middle because I would play 5-pin because that's all we had in St. Thomas, and I threw it down. And I was so excited. I was like, this is it. This is a fucking perfect strike. And then it just went, and it knocked just the center pin down. And she was laughing at me so hard. And then again, fucking the pounding of the... That's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
But,
it's the same. You do it now when you play video games.
Yeah.
It's the same reaction. The only difference is you're sitting on a couch, so you punch cushions.
and I'm alone.
Yeah.
I my favorite thing about bowling had nothing to do with the actual bowling, though, because they had have like a couple other games set up, and they used to have a claw machine, and it would every once in a while like go on a demo and would just like come out and like go down, and then you know how like they're all programmed to not have the same pressure with the claw every time, so it's not just like an automatic win.
Yeah.
With like the claw machine. I always thought that there was something wrong with it, and it was doing that on a fluke. And so anytime I ever saw it moving on its own, I would just be like pressed up against the glass, like trying to see if I was going to get a toy for free.
Yeah.
Never. No. And it was one of those claw machines that does the embarrassing, like get one shot at the cool stuff, and we got this better claw over here. It'll get you like another thing that's like 10 cents.
Right. Yeah,
so for your toonie, you leave with something.
With this cat toy.
Yeah. I remember another kid's dad, because he knew I was like so into this. He was just like, I think his name was Dave. He was like another guy in the complex.
That's a real bowling dad name.
Yeah. He was like, no, I'm going to get you fucking one of these good ones. And that guy probably put like 8 or 9 toonies in this thing because he just like couldn't get it and was getting frustrated with himself and just like kept having to go to the other thing. Man, I love claw. Anytime I see a claw machine anywhere, I like have to use it.
Yeah. I remember we played one outside Levity, I think.
Outside Levity?
Yeah, wasn't there one in like that mall?
Oh, maybe.
Or the restaurant next to it?
Yeah, I remember
something like that.
There used to be one at a rest stop near Woodstock that we'd always end up going to coming back from shows and stuff, and then it's gone now. And it was like heartbreaking to see that it's gone.
Damn shame.
'Cause I put a toonie in that motherfucker every time. People would be, going to the bathroom or going to Tim Hortons, and I'm like, you know where I'll be at?
Yeah, I will be at the claw machine.
I remember one time I won this little stuffed apple thing, and then I was going to a party for my buddy Dave Badrick. It was like a going away party, and I kept it in my pocket the whole time because it was just really tiny. You couldn't really see, right?
Yeah.
It just looked like nothing in my pocket. And then at the end of the night, I was just like, hey, Dave, I just want you to know "You're the apple of my eye."
God,
And I
you're
pulled
the
it out,
worst.
and he's like, "You had that the whole time?" I was like, yeah, I was just trying to work it in. Like, apples never came up.
Robbie still tells me about that fucking little horse.
Yeah, people hated
At your
that.
show. Yeah, when you pulled out a little. He said, "Sorry, I'm a little horse."
Yeah,
and then
sorry,
he pulled
I'm
out a
feeling
little
horse.
on stage.
Yeah.
And the audience was like, "No, fuck
Yeah,
you!"
the audience was just like, ugh. And then later on, because Malekis was headlining, and I had like a sheep and a goat and like other stuff, other barnyard animals I threw around the room, and someone's like, or Malekis is like, "What's the deal with this little sheep?" And then I heard like a female audience member go, "Doug." So mad. I was like, "This is my show. This is me and Rob's show."
Fucking Doug with his dumb ideas. Give me a fucking sheep.
Man, it's hard to have an original idea per month for the opening of like a budget comedy show.
Yeah.
We had some good ones. We had some real stinkers. But
Speaking of comedy shows,
yeah,
you want to do plugs and then
Plug City.
Yeah, and then you gotta run off and do a spot.
I sure do. So I won't plug that because that doesn't make any sense because
Oh, no.
that's gonna be in the past for these people.
I had a plug last week. I forgot about. I'm doing Justin's show tomorrow, but not coming
Ah,
out then.
fuck.
So
Yeah. Well, maybe any time travelers that listen to this, go
know
to that
there's a
show
few.
and also review us on something. Send us a voice note from the past.
yeah, we're on YouTube now.
Hell yeah. Yeah, check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm
Give
putting
it a
up all our
like.
shit.
Subscribe. Fucking hit that notification bell.
Slam that like button. Or whatever.
So
Hammer that subscribe.
I got a show
Bell.
on a pirate ship on Monday.
Oh yeah,
Not sure where that is, but if you want to go
I've
to
been
this
on that
pirate ship show.
That's a fun ship.
Yeah?
No, I didn't do comedy on it. I was there for like ship purposes.
For pleasure? Yeah.
We just rode around the bay.
That sounds fucking... I'm just stoked to get pictures on this ship. If you want to go to the... I think it's like Seaward Comedy is what it's called.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, Jeremy Dobsky and Tom Holman.
That's a play on words.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. And then I'll probably at Emerson in Hamilton on Tuesday. I'm going to be at the Corner Comedy Club in Toronto at 10 p.m. on Thursday. And then Sean and Ed's Brewery, I think, in Dundas Friday. And then somewhere at Comedy Bar on Saturday. Olivia show.
God damn, you're doing a lot.
Yeah, it's be a good week. 'Cause I did like fucking dick all this week.
Dude,
I
what
did,
the
like,
hell
2
happened
sets.
to you?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'll have one good week and then just be like happy throughout the week, like, yeah, I'm doing shows, and then not book anything for the following week because I was just, busy doing shows.
Yeah, I'm a comedy gospel next Sunday at Winona in Toronto. But other than that,
Fuck
I
yeah.
ain't got shit. I'm definitely gonna come watch you at the corner though.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I hope you bomb. That'll be great.
I hope I don't.
Dude,
'Cause
I would-
I'd really like to do more spots there.
Yeah, I would love if you're like, all right, finally got my foot in the door. Time to go crush. And then you're like, hi, I'm Susan Boyle. And everyone's like, no, I don't like it.
I remember doing that joke in particular at the corner, the original corner one time, and it went so well that they didn't like any of the rest of the stuff I said because it wasn't that.
Do you think they realized you weren't Susan Boyle after? And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, no, this
I think that, they expected me to sing or something like
this
that.
is just a fat guy. I don't want to.
Hey, wait! Those are man tits!
I hope that becomes your catchphrase. No,
Those are man tits?
no, I'm Susan Boyle. Where you just go on stage and everyone's like, hi, I'm Susan Boyle.
Just chanting, I'm just dancing.
Just doing the Hulk Hogan ear to people.
I remember doing a video once where I was like, this is me doing impressions, and I like had a hat and I wore it like straight on. I was like, hi, I'm Michael Moore. And then I turned around, I was like, hi, I'm Artie Lang. And I took it off being like, hi, I'm Susan Boyle. Like, those are the impressions I can do.
That's pretty funny.
Thank you.
That's not bad.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have any plugs or nothing, so
Okay.
we'll get you to your fucking show.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's do that show.
Yeah.
Me.
All right, bye.
All right, goodbye, everybody. Hell yeah, 58.
Hey, that's not bad, man.
All right, time to see if everything recorded.
Oh, God, I hope so.